Before we start, please subscribe and like video. It will motivate me to make more video and share news with you. Thank you! Netflix expands the Hawkins universe with a new animated spin-off premiering on April 23, 2026. This series rewinds the timeline to the winter period between the second and third seasons of the original show. The plot examines the aftermath of a creature escaping the Upside Down, following Eleven's efforts to close the gate. By focusing on this specific gap, the project offers a fresh look at the characters during their younger years. This production is a nostalgic and essential addition to the Supernatural franchise. On January 18th, the long-awaited expansion of Westeros began. As a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the Game of Thrones spin-off based on George R.R. Martin's Dunk and Egg stories debuted on HBO. 2 episodes have since been released, with the latest, The Squire, directed by Sarah Adina Smith, proving a true game-changer as a major mystery was solved. 3 episodes in, fans across the world are in the routine of tuning in every Sunday to their new favorite fantasy series, one boasting an enormous 95% approval rating from critics on review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes. However, it was announced just 2 days ago that, because of the upcoming 60th Super Bowl between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks, the schedule for A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms was to be temporarily changed. This was also the temporary fate for Industry, HBO's hugely popular Succession replacement starring Game of Thrones veteran Kit Harington, which has battled, albeit unsuccessfully, with the tales of Dunk and Egg in the global streaming charts. Officially, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms Episode 4, 7, will premiere at 12:01 a.m. Pacific Time and 3:01 a.m. Eastern Time this Friday, before returning to normal scheduling. Following this reveal, it has been confirmed that the change is not limited to the US. UK viewers of the series on Sky Atlantic and Now are also affected. Thankfully, in a media landscape rife with delays, this update will let A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms fans check out the latest episode of their new favorite series early. The upcoming Rambo prequel movie could easily crash and burn, but it has one big positive going for it. Sylvester Stallone semi-retired the role of John Rambo with 2019's Rambo: Last Blood, which was touted as the bookend that would conclude Rambo's story. But Hollywood isn't done with this franchise yet. There's a prequel on the way. With a script by Black Adam's Rory Haynes and Sohrab Noshervani, John Rambo will tell the character's origin story before we met him in First Blood. We'll see the traumatic experiences in the Vietnam War that left Rambo so traumatized when he got back to America and ran afoul of a crooked small-town sheriff. John Rambo is being directed by Jalmari Helander, best known for his work on the World War II revenge thriller Sisu. I'm not sure Centineo has what it takes to play Rambo, but Helander absolutely has what it takes to direct a Rambo film. In fact, Sisu is everything that a Rambo movie should be. It's the story of a one-man army single-handedly taking on legions of soldiers in pursuit of a personal vendetta. It's a sensationalistic action thriller, but it doesn't shy away from the grit and gore of a war zone. Sisu is the Ramboest non-Rambo movie ever made, and its director is the best non-Stallone filmmaker to tackle a new Rambo movie. In Helander's hands, John Rambo could be the best film in the franchise since First Blood. So far, First Blood is the only truly great Rambo movie. First Blood Part 2 is the epitome of 80s action movie bombast, and I love the gnarly, righteous, relentless bloodshed in 2008's Rambo. But this franchise hasn't delivered a bona fide masterpiece since the original movie. That could all change when the twisted mind behind Sisu sinks his hooks into the franchise. A Rambo prequel starring Noah Centineo doesn't sound all that exciting, but a Rambo prequel from the director of Sisu sounds incredible. It'll still be tough to buy Centineo as a replacement for Stallone, but you know the action sequences will be ruthlessly exhilarating. Netflix CEO confirms if Superman changed its plans because it underperformed. Netflix's CEO Ted Sarandos has given new insight into Superman's digital release rollout. The 2025 superhero film was the first major release in James Gunn and Peter Safran's new DCU at DC Studios. The movie came amid a crowded year for superhero films and amid mutterings of superhero fatigue, placing Superman in a precarious position at the box office. In the end, Superman performed modestly, earning just over $600 million, though not quite as high as previous installments, such as Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. The movie arrived on digital on August 15, 2025, which was shortly after its July 9th theatrical release. This short window from theatrical to digital raised eyebrows, as it was shorter than the typical 45-day window that is typically reserved for movies exclusively in theaters. The reason has since been revealed by Sarandos during a Senate hearing regarding Netflix's potential acquisition of Warner Brothers. When questioned whether Netflix would adhere to the industry standard 45-day window, Sarandos said that the window moves a little bit for movies that underperform. The Netflix chief then used Sinners and Superman as examples of these adjusted release windows, citing the former as a film that stayed in theaters longer and suggesting Superman was one that underperformed due to its shorter window. Well, I myself as a Snyderverse fan hope for soonest old DCEU return, especially if Supergirl will fill this summer.